Hey girl, hey!
Welcome to the podcast. We're four Latinas about to spill the tea on anything and everything.
I'm Laura C.
I'm Laura G.
I'm Jessie.
And I'm Gio. So we're about to keep it raw and unfiltered. We're not going to sugarcoat it.
So if you have any kids around, you may want to go ahead and send them off to bed, or I don't know what parents do these days.
Yeah, what do parents do these days?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Me neither.
Well,
I don't have any kids.
all right, well, let's get started.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to our latest episode of the Hey Girl, Hey podcast. We are all here ready to chit chat about some sexuals, and we're gonna talk about sex, baby. And who knows how many?
Sex, baby. Let's talk about you.
Oh, she does.
Laura knows. Laura knows. Hey, las otras están muy chiquitas.
You know.
Ella, she's talking about you.
I'm not sure if that was a jab on my age or what, but
But we know.
either way it goes, right? We're talking about sex, baby. We're talking about it all. So let's go. Anybody got any good stories that they want to share? Any good experiences, bad experiences?
The good, the bad,
The good, the bad,
ugly.
the ugly, the dirty.
Nasty.
Well, I don't know if it was you, Laura. I think I've told you about the story. I don't know.
Lord.
Or maybe I have. Whatever. But it seems to surprise everybody. To me, it wasn't really like, all right. It was not weird. But anyways, younger back in the days when I was wild and crazy.
You're still wild and crazy.
When it stopped, I didn't know it had stopped.
Right. And when was this? I think we
Right.
missed the memo.
So, back in the day, I was with this one guy, and, whatever, we were horny, and we just wanted to get it on. And we were in the car,
I
right?
don't know if I've ever really used the word horny.
You haven't?
Yeah, it's kind of like...
Really?
I don't know, it's kind of weird.
What word
what
do
do
you
you
use?
use?
I don't know.
I'm feeling spicy.
Yeah, that's a first. Yeah.
I'm soaky.
I know.
I'm wet.
Yeah, I don't even know if I get into all that. I'll have to think about it. as
No,
we
you
go
just
on.
throw your ponytail.
But
You're like,
you said horny, and I was like, I don't know if I've really ever used that word. Who knows?
No, that's interesting. Okay, think about
is
it, friend.
interesting. All right, go
And
on, horn dog.
So, me and this guy, so of course, when you're in the car, we were even much younger, so it was like, oh my God, we're scared somebody's gonna see us. Like, okay, where are we gonna go, or what are we gonna do?
Each other.
I mean, we got in the trunk.
in the what car?
trunk?
Okay, see, I always get that reaction.
Like, can you imagine in my car? Like, there's no way we
Yeah,
fit in the
like
trunk.
The back trunk of a car.
Yeah, like the trunk, not the back seat, you guys. The trunk.
Of what car though? How
It
big
was
it?
a
Trunk door open.
So
Close.
it was a white Nissan 2006.
Oh, bitches fancy.
It was very spacious.
Which Nissan though?
Right, a central.
No,
back
it was a 4-door Altima.
Oh.
Nice.
That's
you know
like-
what though, friend? The rug burns must have been fucking serious because the carpet.
I just got to the little
the
side. I
trunk.
just went to the side. And
Oh, so he was doing the work and like,
Oh.
Yeah, so it's just, whatever. I don't know if somebody was like, what the fuck is wrong with that car? It's moving. It's possessed.
That shit, hydraulics.
But yeah, every single time I tell somebody about the trunk, it was just, hold on, what? The trunk? How?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Total-
it was...
okay,
Stop
so
the
this
record
makes
for
me
me.
think two things. How small was that guy? Because I know you're a tiny person, but the guy,
Well, he was like 5'6".
like, can you imagine Peter in a trunk? Like,
Yeah, no, see, that's oh my God. Friend,
That's gonna be
your
one of
man
Peyton's
is
hard
like
nose.
6'2". How old is Peyton?
How old?
Hard no
No,
for
how
me.
tall is he?
He's 6'4".
Yeah, for
Not going into
no.
a trunk.
Yeah, no.
See, because I'm
Maybe
what, like
of like
five,
a 1975 Cadillac long car, maybe, but he's not.
But
going
see,
into,
yeah, so that was one of my experiences,
That's sweet.
which was I think was crazy, but
yeah.
So do you like it?
hell, fuck yeah, we went on it.
Ew.
Shit, and then it was hot. Like fuck.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. You could have stayed inside the car.
Yeah,
and,
like, do you have
turned
the thing
AC
all
on.
down? Like, how were you not
Yeah,
choking?
was it like
And look, like
How'd
back
you
in the
guys
day,
go?
back in the day, I was smaller. The guy was smaller too. He was thin, so it was like, it was just perfect. I'm telling you, when that thing was spacious, it was spacious.
Did you get on top?
Did I get on top?
or it was just like a
He
side
got on
thing?
top.
Oh.
Oh.
Ew.
Yeah,
Like, we
Must
there
be
was
room.
looking.
Yeah,
There was
I'm
room.
trying to.
because I'm trying to think about. I'm like, yeah, no, he got on top, and he was doing the whole motion and shit.
All the groceries that will fit in there, damn. Like,
No, it was very spacious, you guys. If I had it, I would show you, but the car's all gone now. I did its work.
Jessica
My
got some junk
God.
in the trunk.
Hey.
Junk in the trunk. Junk in the trunk.
Another crazy story that you might
Oh,
guys have? No,
we-
not me. You
Oh, I
guys.
thought there was more. I was like,
right?
oh,
I'm like,
shit.
ooh.
Oh, okay.
What's your horny word? You figure it out?
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know. I don't
You just
know.
don't use the word
Yeah, like
horny.
I'm not gonna be like, hey, I'm horny.
So
Like,
what do you tell him, like, when you're gonna get it started?
You know what time it is. Like it's
You do say that a lot. You
Yeah.
do say that a lot.
or not exactly. No, that's not exactly what I
Rewind.
Also, that's what it means that you're
no,
horny
no,
when
no,
you say that.
no. But there's movements. There's foreplay that starts to happen and stuff like that. I don't necessarily need to be like, all right, I'm horny. Let's schedule this down. Or I don't know.
Well, I mean, I think I use horny.
Park this. What is that? Park that Big Mac truck into this little garage. I don't know, something like that.
Oh my God.
So you have your
Only
own,
Laura.
your
Only
code
Laura.
words.
I need to, like, people know. Laura C. is
Laura,
talking.
see, we can tell.
I think maybe by now they've
The
distinguished the
voices.
voices.
Yeah, the voices. But I do want to clarify that yes, I may have hoe-like tendencies, but I'm not in a committed relationship. I'm not with anybody. There's nobody solid. And I'm
They're not
protected.
solid. Do you, they need to go for some Cialis or something?
Oh, they're solid. But
They could firm solid.
yeah, solid. But yeah, just want to clarify my hoe-like tendencies are under control, and I'm not that person, but I'm that person.
I know what
I'm
you
not in
mean.
a committed
It
relationship.
depends
Yeah.
what time it is, she said.
I'm not in a committed relationship. As long as I protect myself
Yep.
and
Friend, you do your own thing.
everything is
It's all
good.
good.
Protection is key, you guys. There's all kinds of forms of contraception out there.
Yeah, no
and
kidding.
ways to not get diseases. Not so much babies. Diseases is the thing. So
You see, my priority is babies right now.
yeah.
Yeah, you're married,
Yeah,
friend.
yeah, you're married.
You're
not
married.
locked in
I
the-
know, but I'm like,
you're locked.
You're married.
Again, a wanderer.
I wonder.
Again, a wanderer that's not lost, but certainly out there doing my thing. Anything you can do, boys, I can do better.
This message was approved by Laura C.
Right.
does this mean you use strap-ons to do what they do
no,
better?
No, not like that. Not like that.
Let's clarify that.
But we all know how guys are. Not saying
Yeah.
all of them are the same way,
But
but they've got some hoe-like tendencies as well. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
it just seems like the world has changed. Go back to episode, I don't know, old school, new school, and shit's changed.
Yep.
And I don't know.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm just shopping. I just like many dealerships.
She loves to test drive.
Test drive.
Beep, beep.
Well, that's another point. Like, how do y'all feel about... Well, I know how y'all feel about it, I guess, because all of you are not virgins, but getting married and, just being a virgin until you get married.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I just think that the fact, like, okay, let's say you're 20 or you're 25 and you haven't had sex, right? You don't know the urge or the pleasure of what that is. It's like a food. You don't know how to taste and how it, until you try it. And like, if you had sex and it was great, and I was like, oh shit.
You know how you were saying that you have a friend that kind of did that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have one too, and like I respect that if that's what you want, because I'm like, okay, if you
Right.
don't want it, you don't want it. If you want it, you want it, right? So like I respect your choice. But like I remember when I was growing up, my mom was always like, your body is a temple, it's meant as a gift to this one person and whatnot. I'm like, oh, that sounds really cute and all, but I don't know. I just
John Mayer said your body's
don't
a
know.
wonderland too. Be like, your body.
Oh my God.
It's a temple and a
But that's the
wonderland.
thing. It's like, do I want to be married and never been with anybody else? Because a lot of the people that I know that are married and they've never been around with anybody else, they're always like, well, I don't know.
Right,
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know if this is bad or good because I've never,
Right.
So
Yeah, I mean, everybody it floats their boat, whatever they want to do,
Whatever
But once you know
floats
it
their boat.
and you've been there, I mean, you just gotta try new things, Shit.
New things. That's what we're calling
That's
them
why
now.
Jessica is your sex store companion.
Oh, you're looking for that aisle 6.
Yep.
So which one's like a hard no thing that you were like, oh, this is a no-go?
Butt sex.
Butt sex.
Please explain, Gio.
Because that shit's gross. Mira, Dios nos hizo.
Tell us,
Look,
girl. Break
only
it down to
shit
the Lord.
comes out. Nothing can go in. That's just gross. To me, it's nasty. It's gross.
Yeah, I can't.
I can't.
Can't perform.
Can't but have tried it, or can't
No.
like won't try it.
Not that I tried it. It happened by accident, and hell no, that shit made me cry.
Like it's lit in the wrong hole by mistake.
Yes, it did.
Yeah. I don't know if if it's poked around, but never, because it was always like up, hand up, like red flag. Like,
Or at least I want to say it's
almost
lit.
like, almost like playing soccer. Up, fucking red flag. Red flag. Get out of there.
Or at least I want to say it's lit, but who knows? He maybe thought.
Yeah, it wouldn't. It wouldn't have gotten past the break. Because
Yeah,
even
but
like
no.
when you're around the vicinity, it's like, get the fuck out of there. What are you doing?
But no,
Yeah,
that
mind
shit
your
hurt like
business.
a mother. I
said, "Mind your
started
business."
crying.
Yeah.
And we had to
I'd be crying
stop it.
because of
Like,
the
sorry,
spirit.
the moment is over.
You made me cry, you bitch.
Pretty much.
Like, ouch. No way. No way.
Oh, that shit
Not
hurts.
attractive to
I don't
me
know
at
if
all.
anybody
What
of
about
y'all
you?
have tried it, but
Been
that
sipping
shit
water?
hurts.
So why is she sipping water so
Right?
I know she doesn't stop.
Like, hello,
She
ma'am?
likes
Elaborate.
What? What are we talking about?
long?
You like it
We
or
would
you
like
don't like it?
for someone
Butt
to
sex.
step to the front of the congregation.
Frank, I think I'm the only one who's speaking a lot. I mean, let's give you guys an opportunity to talk.
I did. I
Sure.
talked about it. Firm no. Butt sex.
Exactly, me too. I said no.
I'm about to go after you, so go ahead.
Well,
Sounds like you've got a good story.
I've tried it. But I don't know. It was just when this one particular guy that I'll do that, but it's not every single time. But I have to be very, very relaxed and kind of have a couple of drinks on me to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's more of a trust thing.
Is it a trust thing or a pain tolerance thing? Because
No, I feel it's a trust thing because first of all, it's like again, like Jill was saying, things aren't meant to really go up in there; they're meant to come out. And I had a story one time too. A guy did it by accident. Fuck that. I cried. It was the most painful shit ever. I was like, never fucking again. And then you have the guys that are like, can I try it? Can I try it? It's like, no, bro. Like, get the fuck out of there. You know? But then, of course...
Permission to come aboard? Denied. Fuck out of here.
But there is like this one particular guy where I honestly think it's more of a trust. Like, okay, all right, let's get you comfortable. All right, do you want to try this? What do you want me to do? Tell me what to do. Tell me when to stop. Tell me when to go. If it fucking takes you 30 minutes to get in there, that's how long it's gonna fucking take you. There's no rush about it. And it's like, all right, we in there? All right, let's go.
And so,
And we go.
is it pleasurable
Yeah.
for you? Because to me, like,
Yeah.
even
Shit, when I'm constipated, that shit hurts. I'm just saying, it's how it feels.
no, I know I'm not laughing at you in any way, but I'm just saying, like, for me, it would be, it's something that's an area that I'm not, it
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
bring me pleasure in any way.
Right,
To
right.
where I would even be like, I'm done. But if it brings you pleasure, which it does to other people, you know,
I mean, it sometimes I wish
if
it
it
didn't.
brings you pleasure, then
But
go
it
on,
does.
girl. What's
It's
it
a-
like?
it's a whole
Not
nother
saying-
world.
It's not, you're not the first and you're not the last. Because una cosa es que you're having sex like doggy style. But
Right.
Yeah.
another thing is like, okay, that doesn't, sometimes it doesn't really mean that it's actually in that hole.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right.
I mean,
It
and
is
to clarify,
not.
I don't think doggy style. I don't think dogs do it in the butt. I think they just do it from behind in the vagina too.
Right,
So
yeah.
it's like people
Yeah,
clear it
exactly.
out. Doggy style is a very good position.
Right.
Yeah,
Invented
it's
by
Not
dogs.
butt
Down.
sex.
Love that shit. It's great.
But like what I was saying is, you know, when you start exploring and it's also like for me, it's like a huge turn on when the other person's
Oh
getting
shit, they're
plished.
coming for us because we're talking about butt sex.
Because they
Or
heard her
it
in
could
the
be
car.
those bomberos, girl. It could be the bomberos. I may consider booty.
They're coming.
Just kidding.
Getting
No.
hot.
Put the fire out.
I don't
Right?
give a shit
Get
if
too
you
hot
got
in him.
a big hose, small hose, a fire hose. I want nothing to do with it. In my hose. Thanks.
So that to me is that huge turn on, you know, like, because sometimes my buns are kind of hard to get there, and I still don't have the right to one. Like, okay, that's the one, you know? So to me, my partner getting pleasure is the thing. But there's some lines that I'm like, fuck no. Like, I'll try it once, and if it doesn't work, it just didn't work. And then, like, I'm close to it, right? So, like, during that time, I was like, okay, what can I do to it to not be painful? Because I tried that once. I was like, fuck no. And then, TMI, everybody. TMI. But, you know, I don't like when guys come inside of me. Like, it grosses me out, right? So, and then I was like, pregnancy. Fucking no. So, that time, I was like, okay, I'm trying something I don't like. I'm going to go for it. You can go in there. Well, I'm very constipated. As soon as I was done, diarrhea. Like, you know, so then it became so embarrassing. It became the joke of the relationship. I was like, oh, I'm so constipated. He's like, well, I know how to fix it. And then, you know, ever since then, it's like, it's been like a no-go. Like, it just hurts, you know? And like, he was trying to like say, okay, you know, so I look it up, you have to do this, you know, there's dilators, there's like, you know, because there's people that are really into it, so they make
I'm
like this
looking
whole
at Ella's
sheet.
toy in the back there, and it looks like a total butt plug. You'll never look at it. You'll never
It's
look at
a
Ella's toy.
Kong,
the same
okay?
way. Yeah, but it's
It's a Kong. But, you
it's
know,
a
it's like, it's not, and ever since then, it's been like, I know, because it just hurts. And then I'm like thinking, how do gay
Dilators.
people do it? Because for them, it's super enjoyable. I'm like, is it because of the prostate?
Dilators?
They use dilators because it hurts, you
Like
know?
Van Buren sounds for your urethra.
Right, for your
but for your
booty
booty.
hole.
How big does that get? Because shit,
No.
a urethra for a 24, shut your mouth.
I know,
Oh,
right?
A 32.
Sheesh. I've heard, like, you know, if you have sex through there often, like, eventually it'll lead to incontinence.
Well,
Is that
that's
true?
what I'm thinking.
I would think so too. I mean, that
Because I've heard
sphincter's
that,
gonna
and I
let
don't
go.
know if one time I asked the doctor that question, because I
How
think
about
it
booty
came
sex,
up.
Doctor? Can we talk booty sex?
Yeah, because I think it came
have a
up. There
question.
was a patient that I think we saw, and then it just came up, and I asked, like, one, is it safe to have sex through there? And he was like, yeah, I mean, it's totally safe, you know, like how you were saying, you know, if you do it the right way or whatever.
And
but
they'll
then I
go
want
back
to
and
say, I think
forth.
he mentioned the thing, you know, but for those that do it so
Don't
much, it
double
wears
dip,
out the
friend.
lining.
I think so.
It wears out the lining and then leads to
Well,
incontinence.
I do believe so because that's in the back of
Dead.
my mind. I'm like, no, this shit's only happening like once every fucking 3-4 months if I see the guy, because it's like, it ain't, no, it's not a fucking daily thing, you know?
So it's like the cherry on top for you every once in a while.
Fuck yeah, but you know, I'm
It's
not
like
the one that
fucking
doesn't
caviar.
like,
I don't
I
like
need to have
caviar,
this
but
every
it's-
single time we do
Yeah.
it. Fuck no, you had that about 2 months ago, you ain't getting again. Like, no, you know? But there's people that like love that
I
shit.
worry about
Because
that. I'm like,
if
do
I
you
start
want leaky
shitting on
bowels?
myself, I'm showing up at your house.
You
And now
did
we're
this.
together.
Now wait my butt.
Like, are you gonna go buy me those diapers?
Oh, now we're fucking a couple.
Right? Yeah.
Between this bitch together.
And you know what you were saying about double dipping? That's another thing that, like, you know, me and my gross self, like, I
Yeah,
don't like the
yeah.
fluids. Genitals to me are not the sexiest
Right.
either. So I'm like, you're mean to tell me you're gonna stick that in literally my shithole and then you're gonna put it in my vagina?
Yeah, no,
No,
thank
You
you.
know,
never-
doesn't it infections?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. First of all, you should never
Double dip.
fucking do that.
Yeah.
Don't
Ever.
double dip a
gross.
chip
Ever.
or a penis.
Yes, because my friend one time she told me, Jessica, can I ask you a question? I was like, sure. And she was like, well, I think I have an infection. And I was like, okay, well, what did you do?
E.
You know?
coli?
And
Oh,
I'm like, what did you
goddamn.
do? You know? And of course it was her husband or whatever. And I was like, okay, what did you guys do? She's like, well, you know, did this and this and this. She's like, and we were doing it from the back and it hurt. So I was like, let's go back to the front. I was like, no, don't do that. Because, like, there's already bacteria back in there. And then you're going to put that in your vagina? Fucking gross. You are going to get a fucking infection. I was like, next time you do that, tell me to go take a shower.
There's a reason why we clean from front to back.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So in case nobody knew that, don't fucking do that.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say clean from the front to back, like, please.
Gross. Or even, you know, like, again, no booty sex for me, but even booty sex to oral sex, no.
Oh, no.
Like, don't wanna
No,
die.
no.
Yeah.
That's a firm no.
Now I'm like,
Dead.
Shit
first
breath.
you have to decide what you want today because you can have them both. Like,
Yeah.
no,
Exactly.
it grows me. Like, oh, you've been down there. You're not kissing me. Done. Like, maybe
we're
you
done
can
with
do
that.
it. No, not my mouth.
So
Yeah.
now that you just brought that up about oral sex, how do you guys feel about that? Like giving, receiving, or just
I would say
no?
oral sex
Receiving?
goes first.
Yeah.
Right?
I can receive it all day.
All motherfucking
Giving?
Nothing gives me more pleasure than seeing your little head right in the fucking middle.
Right, yeah.
Where you going? You're not done yet.
So can I sit on it? Yes.
Yes.
Not my preference. Mm-hmm. I'd rather receive.
But like, is it fair? You know, it's like I can't expect you to do some things and
True,
then me
yeah.
not do them.
Or even, I think she means like oral sex and vaginal sex and like going back and forth. where you
Well,
make
no,
sure-
just oral sex in general. How do you guys feel about
Well,
giving it?
big.
About giving it and receiving it, just that in general. Like, because I know some people, like Gio was saying, like me,
I'm good
like
with both.
like yeah. See, that's exactly what I'm saying. Because like me receiving it, great if you're good at it. If not, get the fuck out.
Right. If not, I'll train you a couple times.
I'll train
I'm going to
you.
train you a couple times. I'm going to
True.
punch your card so many times. And once you can't get to that last punch, fucking cancelado. Like, boom. Rip that VIP card.
Moms, don't listen to this.
Block that number.
podcast.
Mom,
Yeah.
you know what's up, Mom. I'm taking control. Mom, if you're listening,
Are you proud?
you know that
Is she proud
it's
of
not
you,
going
Laura?
down the way it was back then.
Oh,
You should be
shit.
proud of me.
Your
a
girl
strong-
gets what she
I'm a
wants.
strong woman, Mom. Got this.
She likes to educate people.
She likes to teach.
But yeah, I'm down with
Yeah.
giving, receiving.
See, and I don't know, like, I don't mind giving it, but again, it's not like my daily thing. And I think,
Yeah.
did you say, was it fair or like, was,
yeah.
okay, was it fair? But I think that's where we communicate, because like with this, again, there's this particular guy where he's like, look, if I'm not going to tell you to go down there if you don't want to. If you want to and it comes from you, great, but I'm not going to force you, you know? So it's going to, all right, cool, you know, yeah, because you're getting it all the time. Cause
Right, and
everyone's
that's
favorite
pleasurable
particular
for
thing.
me.
Yeah.
To
Like to please them.
exactly to please them.
It like
Right.
it's,
Instead of
and
being
to hear the
told.
fucking grunting.
Oh,
Right? Like, hey, winning.
Bitch.
I know I'm good at it, but I just want to see how fast.
Right? I don't know if you've ever been to Vegas, but it's like, like I love that shit. It's you know like
Yeah.
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 Well, you
it's like
see,
you're a bad bitch. I'm a bad bitch.
I get it.
I don't get tired
Exactly.
listening to that.
Exactly, like you can drop to your fucking knees right now. Good time.
Well, to me, I used to be like you. They're like, oh, that's so gross. And again, the fucking body fluids and genitals are disgusting.
We- you know,
like,
Laura
I'd
is
rather stare at your
our-
eyes than your nasty ass dick or
Our highest
vagina.
ranked medical professional here.
I know. I'm
She
sure like
is
everything's in her mind.
our
Like,
highest
period.
ranked
No,
medical
no, it
professional.
seriously is. And to me, that was like the part. And then my mom, like when we first came to the US, of course, I was like 12, and you start hearing stuff at school, and I was like, "Why, Mom?" And she's like, "Yeah, I've never done that," and blah 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 blah. And if your friends tell you, you know, don't whatever. And then you know you grow up and you're like, "Well, I gotta try it. Like I want to try it at least once." And then you know I try it, and it's like I can only do it for so long. If it's not happening, your fault. You have 2 hands. Go take care of business. You know, it's like, but now it's my turn. Or like, you know,
Yeah.
I really, the time that I most enjoy it, I don't like when I'm just like pleasing you and then I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
When's my turn? No.
What a
so
fucking
like
mess.
69 to me sometimes is really good.
Yes.
That's one of like doggy 69. I'm like, I'm down for that.
Yes.
You know, and it's like, we get started and then we finish the regular way, but like we're not like switching back
Yeah.
and forth. It's like there's something about it. I don't know if it's the anatomy, like your face just touching the right areas, and then if you stop, you're just like, yeah,
Right.
let's go.
It's easier
Yes.
to go to.
Oh my god.
It's easier to take pipe that way.
She didn't know how to say it.
I don't know how to say it because I have my, you know, sisters and cousins and shit. listening to this.
Damn, mom
And it's going to be
sisters
an
must
interesting
be
2020
proud of
Thanksgiving.
Laura.
I mean, if anything else can get weird this year, let's talk about like,
Right.
turkey basting and sex. No, but yeah, it's actually easier the way that it
The anatomy.
happens. Yeah, because it's like, oh, it's easier
Or
to
side.
to take in or whatever than it is to the other way. Because it's like I can't give
It's
you
just
what
like it's
you want.
funny, like
Let
how
me call
much
somebody tonight.
changes.
You want to try this tonight?
So y'all haven't tried it?
What,
when I was
69?
younger, yeah,
Yeah, I've
fuck
tried
You
it.
didn't like it?
I mean, I
guess in the
then.
moment it happens in the moment.
I'd have to say that
Think
that's
about it
almost
and be like, I
every
like it. I
time.
don't know.
Every time?
Just about. It's one
Really?
of the.
All right.
I wouldn't say mine is every time, but it's pretty frequent.
Really? I'm gonna have to try it. I'll let y'all know next time.
Because then it's also like, not to say we need to get it done because I gotta go to sleep or I'm tired, I gotta study, whatnot. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's a good way to get things started.
Yeah. And one like rule for me is, I must reach the end of the rainbow as well. I'm looking for that pot of
Well,
gold as
yeah,
well. Like I'm
yes.
not a cum bucket. Don't
only fair.
fucking come over here and make a mess. Like it's gotta be
Right.
both same goals. You know what I mean?
But like, you know, I
because
think
for
it's
sure you're getting there.
I think
for
it's
sure.
unrealistic
He's
when they're like,
getting there.
oh, let's both finish at the same time.
No, not at the same time.
No,
not
that
at the
doesn't
same
happen.
time. I'll wait for
It
you.
has happened a couple
I'm
times, but
first,
rare.
Yeah.
though. I'll wait, but I'm first. Because after you're done,
That's it.
it's a fucking wrap.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's no moving.
You're holding the candy. Come and get it.
No, I'm first.
To continue on that topic, you know, the cleanliness of a person if you're gonna do oral. It's like, do you guys
Yes.
need them to take a shower, or you're just like, I trust that you clean? Or how does that go with you guys?
I'd certainly say shower up.
Mm-hmm.
If it's like, oh shit, we're at a campsite, there's no oral happening.
Yeah.
Right.
There's just
No,
not.
yeah.
All the
It's-
sweat.
For me, I
Yeah.
feel like, they have to be.
If it's
like,
something
clean.
like that, you know, we're gonna exclude part Act 1 and 3, and we're just gonna stick to Act 2. But yeah, I would say cleanliness is cleanliness.
And like the shaving, you know, like hair or no hair.
Manscaping.
Yeah. You like a little bit, or you like it smooth like a old racked.
I'm good with up to a little bit.
Yeah, me
Smooth
too.
doesn't matter to me, but I'm good up until a little bit. If
Right, not a full bush.
fucking get
You're like,
if I'm looking like Sky
If
at the
it's
end of
like-
this shit,
yeah,
coughing up a
fucking
hairball
touching
in
my
the
face and
corner, we
shit.
gotta we need to
Exactly.
talk.
But then, you know, if
Exactly.
they just shave also, it's like, it pokes you.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't need proof here.
Right.
Like,
Something
Yeah.
poking you in the face.
And you know, if you don't want to get that far, then just fake that shit. Be like, you choked me from here. Be like, I don't want to get too close, bro. You're a prick lady. I'm gonna get fucking faces, rosaceous, like some acne. I'm not sure. I'm not going that deep. Like today, you're a big guy from up to here. You're about an inch big guy. I don't know. My throat's kind of small today.
I'm a little swollen. It's
I drank a lot of
Yeah.
cold water today. Shrunken throat. I can't take it. But
Love it.
yeah, you don't have to go. And if your head gets pressured, slap that shit. Be like, excuse me. I go at my own pace.
Yeah. I hate that. I don't know if you guys like
I was just about
If
to ask
I'm
that.
into
guys-
it at the moment, then
Yeah, it depends
I
on the mood.
okay, like this goes back to
pull
the
the
whole
ponytail, grab a hold of that shit, smack some shit.
and the
Yeah.
trust part
Don't
is, you know,
smack
it's
my
like, I
motherfucking
trust you
face,
that you know
'cause
I
bitch,
need
we
to
rolling
breathe.
out in the front yard.
right.
Rolling
That
in the
and
front.
like
Don't
how
smack
this
my
goes
face.
back to the whole thing. Like, okay, if I'm want to do it, then if it's happening, then okay, yeah. And then they like start pushing him, like I don't want to. It's like,
Right.
bro,
Right.
back the fuck.
But I
Right.
think
Gentle
it's like
nudges.
also body like posture, you know, if like they start doing something and then you're just like going with it, then they're like, oh, okay, this is fine, you know, it's like your boundaries and your yes and no.
Or even when it's too hard, like when it's too hard, like my hands will hold back. Not so much. I mean, I'm saying whenever
Yeah.
there's penetration happening, but like you'd even like,
Yeah.
throw the hips back and or like
Right.
hold
Yeah.
him back to where
Yep.
it's like, dude, ouch.
Yeah.
Too deep. Too deep.
That's what fucking uvula. Get out of here. No shit. From my vagina. That's bleeding. Ouch. It's like no, but yeah, there's where I don't want it that hard.
But
Right.
also, like, you know how you were saying, I hope my throat gets smaller or whatever. Sometimes I'm like, down there, it's not the same. It's like a changing nature. Depends the time of the month. Like, I'm more sensitive. I am not sensitive. You know, like,
Right.
so it just depends. It's like, oh, well, this didn't bother you before. Well, today it does.
Right.
Just
Right.
get the fuck
Yeah.
off.
Yep.
Yeah.
But don't mind me. I like a little bit of rough.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like,
no,
of
me
course.
too.
it,
I'm
it
with
gets me like, okay, this done. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
I'm with
you
that.
know?
I'm with that.
And still?
Not the slapping. Again.
No, not that
Yeah.
hardcore.
Like
on the butt? Or
Smack
like
on the butt? All
On the
right.
face.
In the face? Bitch. You're...
Yeah.
It's me
Like
and you.
hand slap
This has turned
or
into a
ding-a-ling
different
slap?
The evening has now changed.
Yeah, no, not the face like that. Or coming in the face.
No,
Hell
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even
Never
like
done
fucking water in my face. Like,
That is very
That
true.
is true.
I don't like raindrops on my face. I'm not gonna stand outside in the middle of the rain and let it hit my face, or like stand under the shower and let it just drown on my face. Much less
Hell no.
getting any of that.
That's a strong no.
Yeah.
It's like maybe like here, like here,
Yeah.
but like,
Not
In
the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly not the face.
and then how does it go with the cleanup? Like if you let them like on your back or whatnot, you
goes-
make him clean you up?
Absolutely.
I don't make him, but he knows. Go.
Yeah, I'm
No,
like,
I mean his mess on you, on your back or something. If
Yeah,
it's
he
like,
gets towels and cleans me up.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you better not miss the damn spot because then
Right.
it won't happen again. And then
Right.
shower.
Yeah, and then shower.
He's like,
Exactly.
bitch, I better not scratch my back in 2 hours and feel some crust. on.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So I didn't know that the water temperature matter on that. Did you know that?
What do you mean?
Like sometimes it makes it come off easy, or it like makes it more sticky.
Being Latino, I feel that everything needs to be warm to hot water to wash off.
Why? So what happens if you?
Well, I still get confused because I don't take care of it. I make him take care of it, right?
Right.
But when I was
Should we ask
younger,
her?
babe,
Yes, honey.
no, but like when I was younger, like we were gonna take a shower or something afterwards, and I don't know what water temperature I had. He's like, wait, we have to do this first. I'm like, we do? Okay. Like I had no idea. Is it just him? Is it a him thing?
Yeah, I've never had a guy say that.
I
know.
You need to come out here and explain something.
Right.
We need
Yeah,
a
me
special
neither.
guest. A special guest.
Oh, my.
It's like, are you ready to make your first appearance?
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
No?
Yeah,
Como
me
Laura
neither.
dice, I just always warm water, whatever, and just.
I don't know what water he uses.
Interesting.
Zip it, lock
I'll
it,
let you know
put
what
it
he
in your
says.
pocket.
Right. How about
The
sex toys?
condom.
Like during sex, do y'all use sex toys? Like once in a
never used sex
while, or
toys.
sometimes, or
I'm new to that territory, so I can't say much on that.
Yeah,
Once
same.
in a while.
We're trying, but it's like we haven't really. We're not experts at it at all.
Yeah, it wasn't at first, and I don't know, maybe recently in the past couple years, it was like, you what? Game on. Okay. Be like, I like them. I like it alone.
right?
But with you,
What?
let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Oh, and if we want to update on these Kegel balls,
Oh yes.
Oh,
if
yes.
we're gonna, tap into, if we're tap, we're getting in there. Let's tap into the Kegel balls. I haven't used them since because, like, I have a fear that these things may get lost somewhere in my body, and like all of a sudden, I can't find it anymore.
We
so
have the tongues that work. We can like.
You are right, and if there would be anybody, Laura, it would certainly be you. It would be like, Laura, I need you to bring home a speculum.
Gee, I need the speculum with the light.
Bring the speculum and the light.
So wait, you're
Lost
not
in my
gonna use
cavity.
them again? You done?
I
with
have
them?
not yet used them again, and I'm not sure if I will use those again.
So
I'm
my
gonna throw them in the
question.
garage sale pile. Yeah, they can pass
So, okay. No, pues,
Gonna have some
these
little
are
kids.
stress balls.
Look, some
for
little
your
kids come and be like, Mom, quiero estas
No,
canicas.
I could put them on my desk,
So-
and nobody would know any different.
What I want to know, because that night you let us know that you had them on, blah blah blah.
Oh, the takeoff part.
What was your process of taking that shit out? How did you do
It was basically.
Did you squat and push a baby out?
Yeah, squat, and it was like they just one came out.
No,
and then
shut
the
up.
other one came out. Yeah.
So you just squat?
And I had to do a little bit of retrieving. It was just like, oh my god.
Really? Oh my
Yeah.
god. Yeah.
Which made me nervous, right? Which made me nervous. So then I was like, there's got to be a better way. Like,
Right.
is there a capsule to hold these together? And that way,
You can just pull it out with the string.
absolutely, there is.
Well, see,
Yeah.
that was my thing because it's like, okay, you're squatting, now you're having to kind of like finger, and it's like,
it's not a
I would be scared.
desirable thing to do.
Yeah.
So there are some that they may, and then again, I told you guys that it was weighted. Like they're weighted because
Mm-hmm.
the idea is that it creates weight in your pelvic floor, and you contract those muscles to Kegel, to contract those muscles to keep it in, you know. I don't know if the weight was enough. But they also have some that come in like a silicone thing where they're together, you know, and you basically insert, and then there's kind of like a piece, like you would say, like a tampon out there, so you can easily just pull them out.
But can you like forget they're there? You know, like the story of the girls who are like, oh, I forgot my tampon,
I
and
don't
then I
know
got
how
septic
that
shock.
happens. I don't know how you can forget.
I don't
that
know
there's a
either.
tampon. Like, I don't know how that happens.
So I'm like, what if you're gonna go have sex and then they like, oh yeah,
Well,
those are my
here's the
kickables. Hold
thing.
on.
Consumer Reports
You
say
had sex with them.
no. Because I haven't purchased new balls. I would be terrified. I would have like, I look like a fucking dog with like two boobs here and then 2 additional nipples underneath here
why are
because
you
my
afraid
cable
of
balls
them?
done came in, huh?
Afraid of them.
Getting lost.
No, I would be too.
and
It's
having
just
to
a
end
mental
up
thing.
in the emergency room. And
It's a
all of a
mental
sudden,
thing.
it's like my doctors walk in and they're like, "What the fuck?" I mean, you know how many stories we have, like that we
True.
don't talk about. Of course, we never talk about it on here. We never disclose names or whatever. But you know the kind of stories we have, and then it's this bitch. You know, there's gonna be whispering all over the place.
Oh,
Don't-
guess what happened to me today in the
Yeah.
ER?
Oh no, someone's already talked about it. Thanks.
Yeah, that's old.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna put myself in a position.
Yeah, no.
where I'm
I
going
think
to
I
end
would.
up in
It
the
would be like a
hospital.
mental
But
thing for me too.
going back to what you'd mentioned about the whole sex business, like from reading about these things, like you can have them in while you're having sex, and it's supposed to be something interesting.
Pleasurable
I guess
or
it like
something.
hits in a
They'll
different
feel it.
place and whatever.
The
But
pressure points.
I feel like you've got to have a backup speculum
Yeah, no
and
shit.
forceps at the house just in case.
Like, can you watch this YouTube channel of how to place it properly? And
Shit got serious. My cables are in my neck.
Oh my gosh.
I think
it's
it's coming
scary.
out.
And it's, you know, am I right or wrong? But it's a closed cavity, so there's no like way it's
unless
going.
your uterus dilated, which I really doubt.
Right. It's a closed cavity, so there's really nowhere for it to. So they say don't put them in your booty hole. I would never.
Yeah,
We've established
no.
this in the first few minutes of this podcast. I
Yeah.
would
Nothing.
never put them in my booty hole, but they were like, don't put it in your booty hole because
Yeah.
that shit can continue to,
Keep-
go. And like, especially if
Like a
somebody's
pinball.
Mack truck is about to come in here. No, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's.
Well, I
How many
actually
feet of tubing do we have, Laura?
Well, you tried them, friend, and you know what?
Right.
You
right.
you have a
I
story
feel like
to tell.
I need a different product, so I'm out. I'm on the prowl again.
Can you return sex toys?
No,
That's a
ma'am.
no.
That's a final
Yeah,
purchase.
Yeah, that's why I said don't be mad if they A, end up on my desk, B, end up in a garage sale.
Well, I think it's funny when you first show the picture, because I don't know if you're seeing for carpal tunnel, you put 2 balls in your hands
Yeah.
and you start turning them. So that's just what I was thinking, like Laura going like this, that would work like,
Right.
it's just for my wrist.
Exactly. Or whenever that rep comes in, I can be like twisting around, be like, this could be you.
Damn! What you got in your hand? I'm just not.
This could be you. You play baseball? Me too.
Have y'all done it in a public place?
Yes.
I'm into it.
Well, in the car in a park,
No,
Yes.
go out.
In the restroom, like, and in a fitting room.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, no.
No, I marry a chicken who thinks he's gonna go to jail. I'm like, I like it. Let's go.
Right, because that's what gets you.
Yeah, I like
It's
oh, we're gonna
the-
get caught, or
Yeah, the
I'm an adrenaline junkie.
sneaky.
I love sneaking around.
Yeah.
Like when he would go visit me in Mexico. Sorry, Mom. My mom wouldn't allow us to sleep in the same bed.
Because
You know.
she knew.
And I was like, what, 21 or whatever. And we had been dating for like 3-4 years at that point. But she would not allow us under her roof. We cannot sleep in the same bed with a guy, you know? And, well, when they would go to sleep, it's like, how are we going to do this? Like, where's it going to happen, you know? And somehow we did it in the shower at my parents' house. I was like, yes. They didn't realize it. It's fun.
The sneak factor is fun.
I
The
love
sneak
it.
I don't know if public places, like I've been at like a, working, or not me working, but the person working a job at a property, and it's like, hey, it's a office building or whatever. Hey, nobody's here. Come over. All right, let's go.
Yep,
And
I've done that too.
So it's not like so much public because nobody's really there.
Like a fantasy, like they come to your job and you like go.
Yeah. There has been like, oh, we came over here to watch a movie at your brother's house and you want to go have a conversation in the backyard? What's up? What's going on? And there it was like, oh, okay.
That's what we're talking about.
So I guess my movie watching sexy. But yeah, it was like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. Word up. Let's go. And but certainly car sex all the time.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of the not a lot of the time, but there's been plenty of that.
I
outside
lost
of
my
your front-
virginity at a stop sign.
At a stop sign.
It sounds way too quick.
It's
What time
like-
of the morning was
I
this?
know.
I was young. I had never. It's like, and we were coming back from the drive-in, like the movies. So it's the roads in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
Beautiful fucking stars. No car around us.
That's
Like,
so romantic.
let's go. And I was like, oh, am I pregnant? Like,
Oh my
like, I
god.
had no idea.
When I lost my virginity, I was like, did I really lose it? Did something really happen?
Yes.
Because you hear stories like you bleed a lot and shit, and I'm like, well,
No,
that
I
didn't
bled and that
happen.
shit hurt. It hurt him and me. We were both virgins.
Aw, did y'all cry together?
Yeah, but I had always heard that, like one of my friends, she was like, Laura, like, be careful when you first do it because, you're going to have a lot of bleeding. So it's like, really? Because that did not happen at all.
That didn't happen to me either. That's why I said,
no.
like, I thought, did nothing really happen? Like, am I still a virgin? Bitch, when I went to use the restroom, that shit burned like a mother.
Really?
When I was peeing, hell
Really?
yeah. And then I wiped myself and I saw a little bit of blood. I was like, oh yeah, something did happen. I'm not a virgin no more. And then after that, the next day, in school, I had classes that I had to take the stairs. Man, I was like, don't sore and shit.
Really?
My
But, okay.
fucking
What did you do to your
I
body
know.
first time?
Well, my thing is,
Brother, donkey. Brother, donkey.
so my thing is that, okay, when you guys lost your virginity, like, did y'all have like full blown sex? Like y'all had sex? Because
No.
me, when we did it, it hurt him, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm bleeding, and we stopped. Like I couldn't keep going because that shit was too painful. But then the next time we did, we're like, oh, we're good now. But the first time wasn't a sex thing. It was
No.
like you popped
I
it
was
and
like,
that was it.
It never hurt me, but I was like, I don't know if I lost it. Like that was my question. Now that after I went to school, I'm like, that was penetration, Laura. You lost it. Like, like
Yep, that was
That's
complete
how it
penetration.
works.
too.
Chapter 2, section
Well, I
1.
know when I first lost it, like, he was no virgin. But it was in my driveway. I could see my door right there.
Oh god.
But yeah, same thing. I mean,
was it the house that you just sold?
it was. Sorry for anyone listening to this, but
Tears.
Memories.
Tears. That was my
know.
spot. That was
that was the
not
spot.
only where I parked, but that Mack truck parked with
A lot
my
of stuff
garage.
happened in that driveway. I'm just saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. My first time was not eventful at all now that I think about it. It was, I don't know, it was probably like 18. No, it was probably like 19 actually. It was not really the best experience ever. Gotten to California and was with this person, and it was just like, I was a virgin and I believe he was a virgin too. It was almost like, okay, this is happening. We had a hotel or whatever. Mom, I'm a sneaky mofo. But we had a hotel room or whatever, and just one thing led to another, and it was boom, but it was very uneventful.
But it wasn't like a full blown sex, or like her.
There was penetration and all of that, but it wasn't anything eventful. And at one point, I was like, "Are you crying?"
Oh my god.
So y'all know how I feel about water on my face. I was like, "What the fuck is this?
Is that you crying or is that sweat?
I know, right?
Maintenance? Do we got a
Leak? Is there a leak?
Right, but yeah, so it was very uneventful. I'm sorry. I don't, if you recognize my voice ever in life and if this ever goes anywhere.
But like since Gio said the sweating part, how do you feel like if you're into it and then like he gets really sweaty and you start getting like
On your
drops?
face.
You're like,
Oh,
I need an umbrella.
it
that
doesn't
happen?
really.
Affect you at that
I
moment?
don't think it really happens. Like I don't know. I guess it works different. I don't know.
Right? Yeah.
Like I don't expect you to be a faucet you know. But then again, if it's not on my face, it's fine. Like, it, you know.
Yeah.
I don't even have to look at it, actually, if I'm, like, dog style. And with that, this is a wrap. We're wrapping up this show.
Always wrap it.
First of all, always wrap it.
Safety
Second
first.
of all, wrap on this show. First episode of many sex talks. Hard no's and yeses and more please.
More please.
More
Don't
pleases.
stop.
And no, stop. No, seriously, stop. But thanks for joining us.
Bye.